Are the Auburn faithful, from what you've gathered, are they pretty much dismissing 2021 as Bryan Harsin's honeymoon? You know, we didn't enjoy the losses and the 5 consecutive L's at the conclusion of the season, but we understand it's a transition time, and they're okay with where they stand, or is he already kind of feeling some heat?
I think there may be a little bit of heat. I don't know how much hope they've got right now is the problem. I mean, to end the season with 5 straight losses, I mean, they brought Zach Calzada on from A&M. And Mark, this is one of the real problems with Auburn they've had over the years. Auburn makes decisions that are too often based on how Alabama is involved. They're bringing Calzada on, hoping he'll recreate the magic that he did against Alabama. But let's be honest, Calzada is a serviceable quarterback, and I'm sure he learned some good things from Jimbo Fisher. But before and after the Alabama game, Calzada was frankly a little more than an average quarterback. Is the reality to that? What they do at quarterback, I think, is going to be also fascinating during this time too. The biggest thing that happened to them was Tank Bigsby coming back. For whatever reason, they just refused to run their offense through Tank Bigsby. I mean, the microcosm of their season was in the bowl game against Houston. They're down 17-13. Bigsby runs for 8 yards. On first down, they've got 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, and for whatever reason, throw 3 straight incompletions. So Auburn fans were shaking their head on that one. And more, part of the problem at Auburn, and this goes back to Gus Malzahn, is, and the Auburn beat writers will tell you this, they did not recruit offensive linemen, particularly tackles, well at all. And frankly, they didn't recruit quarterbacks very well. So it's going to be this is not going to be an easy situation for them coming back next year and having to sit on 5 straight losses during that time. I mean, look, they were Bryan Harsin was looked upon. You and I talked earlier in the year about being a SEC Coach of the Year candidate right off the bat. I mean, they only lost to Georgia and Penn State, and after that, people thought they were about to rev it up and really go. But I think after that Mississippi State debacle, where State just came back in a blitzkrieg in the second half and outscored them like 40-6 or something like that, things kind of went downhill from there. So I think what you said is a really good question. Right now, they really still don't know what's going on. I still think there's some infighting between the old guard and the new guard that they've got to be able to deal with. And I give Bryan Harsin some credit. Bryan tried to make this team more physical this year and probably didn't have the athletes and the linemen in order to do it. And from what I understand, he actually stood his ground against some of the boosters that was important for him to be able to do that too. So where all that goes next year will be one of the real talked about mysteries of the offseason, I think.